Hello everybody, what's going on again? Buddy Blackford here again with another After Effects CS6 tutorial again. So I'm going to show you how to do some advanced transformations, and using an effect we can achieve this, and it's pretty sweet. Everything's all in one spot. So let's I guess let's get to it. So let's go to like one of our things that we got here, and I've got this troll face Mexican thing that I made, and I have put an effect on it called transform. And as you can see, it's got all this stuff on here. We got the anchor point, position, scale, skew, and all that stuff. I'm going to delete that off so we can actually, I'm just going to show you where it is. If you come into an effect and then you come down to distort right here, they're in ABC order just so you know, and then you come down to transform and click on it. That's where you get the transform menu. Now the transform has the skew and skew axis in there, which is pretty neat, and then it's got the shutter angle, and then you can check off if you want uniform scale if you would like. So, and then you got the scale width if you check off uniform scale. This uniform scale is keyframeable. So when you uncheck and check, that's going to be sweet. You can keyframe it. So you can't do that in your original transform, can you? So we got the our different things here. We've got the crosshairs here, so when we move our position, it's easier to just move it without having to drag your guy around. Same thing with your anchor point. You can easily move that without having to drag the anchor point and like click on it and drag it. So now our anchor point's down here. Or well, it's actually up here. I just moved it there, but whatever. Scale, obviously, we got our skew, which kind of like tilts it. We got our skew axis, which we can move. Let me skew it a little bit more. So we got our skew axis, which we can use to adjust how our guy is skewed, and we can do like a magic mushrooms effect, like doing this. So hopefully none of you guys are on mushrooms right now, because I'm sure you'd be tripping out. Alright, let's put those back to what they were at. Obviously rotation, which hasn't changed in this one, but it's all in one spot, so that's easy. We got our opacity, nothing changed. Shutter angle, which deals with motion blur. And right now it's checked to use composition, shutter angle, and that can be found under composition settings, and come over here to the advanced tab and motion blur shutter angle. Now we could change the shutter angle here by unchecking this and changing the shutter angle, and that's also keyframeable. So that's another advanced method here. So that's within the motion blur, and that'll increase your blur or decrease the amount of motion blur that you have when your object is moving across the screen. Now another trick that you can use by using this transform is transforming a bunch of objects at once quickly. So let me delete this off, and we're going to add an adjustment layer. And we're going to put our transform effect onto that adjustment layer. Now if I move things, they're all going to move together. So let's rotate them. So now that's a way you can move everything together without having to put everything in a composition. Now there's a trade-off for this, is that like if you have a background, when you go to move the rotation or whatever, your background's going to move along with it. So that's one thing that's kind of crappy. The way to get around this is to pre-compose the layers with the adjustment layer and not include the background here. So maybe I wanted to do a rotation here with all my layers, and let's rotate it a little bit like that. So we got a little rotation there. And now if I come into here and pre-compose this layer, or these layers. So I selected my adjustment layer and I selected all the picture layers here, but I didn't select the background. Pre-compose, and then you only have one option, so rotated, I'm going to name it. Now everything will be in the layer and will be rotating, but not the background layer, so that's how you do that. So there's some tricks on advanced transforming. It's just an effect, and not a lot of people know about it because it's in the distort effects, and you don't always have to use the distort effects to distort things. So thanks for watching this tutorial, and hopefully you can use that to speed up your process a little bit and get things done quickly. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for watching.